I'm 78 years old, and there's a kind of silence that follows me now, no matter where I sit. It's not the peaceful kind, not the kind people talk about when they say they enjoy quiet mornings or slow afternoons. This one feels heavier, like something is missing from the air, like a room that used to be full of voices but forgot how to hold them. I didn't think I'd end up here, not like this. I always believed I was doing things right, or at least right enough. I worked, I provided, I stayed out of trouble, I kept things running. That's what a good man does, isn't it? At least that's what I told myself for most of my life. Now, I sit here most days in a chair by the window, the same chair, same spot. I watch people pass by, some of them laughing, some of them talking on their phones, some of them walking with someone beside them. And I notice something I never paid attention to before. They turn their heads when someone speaks to them. They respond. They're there. I wasn't always there. That's the part I didn't understand back then. I thought being present meant being in the room. I didn't know you could sit right next to someone and still be gone. And the worst part is, no one tells you when you start disappearing. When I was younger, in my late 20s, early 30s, I was always busy. Not the kind of busy that comes from excitement, not chasing dreams or passions, just busy surviving, I suppose. Working long hours, picking up extra shifts, saying yes to anything that paid a little more. I told myself it was for them, my wife, my children. Everything I did, I said it was for them. And maybe, in a way, it was. But I never stopped to ask what they actually needed. That sounds strange now, doesn't it? To spend your whole life working for people without really asking what they needed from you. But that's how it was. I thought they needed security, a stable home, food on the table, bills paid on time, and I made sure of those things. I was reliable in that way, dependable. You could count on me to keep things running. But there were other things, quieter things, that I didn't see, or maybe I saw them and chose not to look too closely. I remember one evening, it must have been around 1986, my daughter was maybe 8 years old. She had a little school event, nothing big, just something at the local hall. She asked me to come, not once, not twice. She reminded me all week, "Dad, you'll be there, right?" And I said yes. Of course I said yes. I meant it when I said it. But that day, something else came up. Or maybe I let something come up. I don't remember what it was anymore. That's the strange thing. The things that felt important back then, they fade. But what I do remember is walking into the house late that night. The lights were still on. My wife was in the kitchen, quiet. And my daughter, she had fallen asleep on the couch, still wearing her little outfit. I remember standing there, just looking at her. And I told myself, it's okay. She's young. She won't remember. But children don't forget the feeling, even when they forget the day. She never argued about it, never brought it up, never blamed me. It showed up in smaller ways. The next time she had something, she didn't ask as much, then less, then not at all. And I thought, she's becoming independent. That's good. I thought I was raising a strong child. I didn't realize she was learning not to expect me. And once someone stops expecting you, you don't notice what's breaking. My son was different. He didn't ask for much to begin with. Quiet boy, liked to sit in his room, building things, taking things apart. I respected that. I thought, he's fine, doesn't need much from me. So I left him alone. I gave him space, too much space. I didn't sit with him for no reason. I didn't ask what he was thinking. I didn't ask how his day really was. Just practical questions. School okay? You need anything? Surface level. I thought that was enough. It wasn't. Giving someone space isn't the same as showing up. Years passed like that. Work, home, sleep, repeat. Weekends were for catching up, fixing things, resting. I was always tired. And when you're tired, you start choosing convenience over connection. You say no without thinking. You delay conversations. You tell yourself, later. I said that word a lot. Later. I didn't know. Later is just another way of saying, not important right now. And if you say that enough, people start to believe it. My wife tried, in her own quiet way. Late at night, when the house was still, she would start conversations, small ones. How was your day? Do you remember when we used to go out on Sundays? And I would answer, but not really. Short replies, half listening, my mind somewhere else. I thought being there physically was enough. I didn't realize she was reaching for something, and I wasn't reaching back. One night she said, "You're here, but you're not really with us anymore." I remember feeling irritated because I was there every day, working, providing, doing what I was supposed to do. So what did she mean? I didn't ask. In that moment, it didn't feel important enough to stop for, but now I see it clearly. That wasn't a complaint, that was a warning, and I let it pass. Time doesn't break things loudly, it wears them down, quietly, patiently, until one day there's nothing left to hold on to. I remember the first holiday my daughter didn't come home. She called, said she was busy. I told her it was fine, and it was, on the surface. But after the call, I sat there. The house felt different, not just quiet, distant, like I was no longer part of something I used to belong to. The real moment came later, a phone call with my son. He told me he was moving, another city, better opportunity. I told him I was proud, and I was. But then he paused and said, I didn't think it would make much difference. I asked him what he meant, and he said, whether I stayed or left, we don't really talk much anyway. He didn't say it with anger. That's what stayed with me. It wasn't an attack. It was an observation. And for the first time, I didn't have an answer. That night, I sat in the dark. No TV, no sound, just silence. And I started remembering, not the big moments, the small ones, the ones I ignored, the ones I postponed, the ones I thought didn't matter. And I saw it clearly. It wasn't one mistake, it was a pattern. And I had been following it for years, without questioning it. I loved them, I still do. But love that isn't shown starts to feel like it isn't there. That's the truth. My wife passed away a few years later. There were things we never said, things we kept delaying. I thought we had time. I always thought we had time. I was wrong. Time doesn't wait for understanding. It just moves. Now, my days are simple. I sit by the window. I make tea. I watch people. And I notice the small things, the way they listen to each other, the way they pause, the way they respond. And I think that was it. That was everything. If you're listening to me, I'm not here to tell you what to do. I know people don't change because someone tells them to. I didn't. But I will say this, don't trust later. It sounds harmless, but it takes things from you, slowly, quietly, without asking. Sit with them. Even when you're tired, even when it feels small, because those small moments, they're not small, they're everything. I'm 78 years old, and if I could change one thing, it wouldn't be the work, or the money, or the house. It would be the moments I treated like they could wait. Because they didn't wait. They just stopped coming back.